invite out to the supporters saying, look, you know, come and look how we're working, what we're doing, what we're going to try and do to turn it around. So, you know, obviously it was short notice because we only told the supporters on Monday night, Tuesday morning. And it's something that we might want to do sort of going forward. We're having the summer, we have like an open day. And it's just an opportunity for, I think, that some supporters or board members to just have a question and answer session.
First 4 games, trained well, good pre-season, fitness-wise. Obviously for me, coming to pre-season score, conceding 2 new goals. So my first game, the game plan was away at Wigan. We had a game plan, we had a shape set up. We had 2 holding midfielders. At times, we knew the pitch work would be great, so we asked us to play certain areas with a winning runner, Sham, that goes there. So it worked, the game plan worked. At times it wasn't pretty football. We've done the right things from the start of the game, the right things from the start of the second half, which earned us a good performance and a 2-0 away win. Good overall performance. Next game, Canvey. We prepared for Canvey, we trained, we spoke about them. Dave Raven gives us the info on how they play, formation, positions, danger players. So we worked on Canvey. For me, Canvey started well, good performance. We had a lot more chances than them. We didn't take our chances, okay? They had less chances than us, we took their chance. Spoke to their manager, their players, all agreed we was a better team. That should have been the result. Good performance. What let us down is a moment of switching off defensively, which cost us a goal. 2 good performances, couple of minutes switching off. Next game, we tried to forget about this. We prepared for FC Romania, coming off 2 good results. We knew FC Romania would play total football. Got promoted, still a bit of a high, we knew they played good football. So our game plan, being at home, well obviously at home, but we play it, we know the stadium, was to get in their faces. Front 3, lock in the fullback, forward and lock in. Get in their faces, don't let them do what they're good at. But we didn't do that, we let them do what they're good at. They didn't know they was in a game, that was our mistake. We admit that. Bad performance against FC Romania. We was hurting, I was hurting. We all know how financially important it is for the club, and that was a massive, massive disappointing weekend for us. We try to put that aside and move on, as you do in football. The next game, Avon. Once again, Dave Raven, done a report on them, we know a lot about them anyway. The personnel, the danger man, what to expect, and the massive thing, as a change room and as a team, we wanted to give you a massive reaction against Avon. For me, prepared properly, done the homework, trained exactly how I wanted to train. Great start to the game. Averley, fantastic start, great work rate, did what I expected, and everyone was buzzing. We created, against Averley, first half, 8 chances to their 2 chances. Yep, didn't score. Second half, started well, got the goal, then for some reason we dropped off, allowed Averley back into the game. I think it was up until the 50 odd minute, we scored. I think they scored, was it 57th? Something like that. And then once we got the goal, we seemed to back off a bit. You know, wherever you play, teams are going to have pressure, and they're going to get chances and create opportunities. That game, for me, forward line, as I said, done what we asked, pressed. The midfield 3, pressed, matched up, got tight. We matched them up over the park. Back 4 was excellent. Less balls from their back into the front men, because the front 3 was pressing. The midfield was locking in. So the distribution wasn't good, the quality wasn't good. Defenders will come each other, fantastic. As the game obviously went on, like I said, there's moments in games when you've got to stand up and be counted for. And for me, as a team, we all know, it was defensive in individual areas at the back that cost us. At times in games are won in both boxes. Forwards have to get their goals, defenders have to keep clean sheets. You defend as a team, from the front to the back, and you attack as a team, from the back to the front. Great performance until we got the goal, and then we crumbled a bit. We sat down after the game. I said to everyone, how many times you play against 10 men, and it becomes harder. And it does. Because when you play opposition with 10 men, you sit back behind the ball, but we underperformed after 57 minutes. Up until that, fantastic. Rubbish, good, good. Right, so after this game, we're into more than tiptree. For me, we sat down after the game, we had constructive criticism. Sometimes I'll have my bollockins, you rant and rave. After that, you analyse it all. But after this game, we had the skipper, a lot of the boys chatting, we all sat down, everyone had their piece to say. For me, that was a massive, massive change in the game, whether you like it or not. We've all watched the video, I've watched it. It's not very hard, but sometimes it happens, you've got to get on with it. For me, the most disappointing thing after that game is the heads dropped, we weren't compact, people went missing. We've got some leaders of the team trying to carry on, but we haven't got a young team. And I feel we've learned from that. Hence why we've done a lot of training tonight with defenders, shape, distribution, shuffling across. We're working it a lot. Saturday we've got a session, no game. Saturday we're at St Clair's, we're training, we're having hard graft, hard work and running. Then we're going into shape, set plays, free kicks, all tactical stuff. So we cover everything prior to these games. I'm not going to, I will stick up for the boys and back them up because they're a great bunch of lads. I believe in them and I know they believe in me. On certain games, a little bit of experience. Games played. I've taken the FA Cup game out of it. For me, I was devastated, gutted, and really hurt. I spoke to a lot of players after the game, it was hurting them, you know, so we've got to try and pay that back in the next cup competitions. That's the only way we can do it. For me, in the league, you look at the teams we played. We're having a debriefing 4 games into the season, league games, 4 league games. Then teams we played. Whitsom away, okay, I don't think they'd be up there. That's a away performance, it was solid performance. Next game we played, Canvey Island. One of the favourites, and financially, I know their players, I know their manager, I know what a lot of players they're on. One of the favourites to go on. Should have beaten, but a little switch off, let us down. That can happen in football, it's how you react and learn from it. So, Whittam won, Canvey drew, should have won. Good performance. FA Cup game, forget about that for now. I don't want to talk about that because it hurts too much. The next game, Averley. Great reaction, solid performance. Dressing rooms together, working hard, working everything. Should have won. But I spoke to the boys, and we'll keep on at this about games and winning both boxes. No matter how good you play, passing football looks great. Are you scoring? Are you keeping clean sheets? So we've analysed that, and it's something we're working on. And we're working on it a lot. I've sat down with defenders.
That when we go down, we seem to go from there, we start to come down. We lose the momentum of the game. And it takes a long while to get that momentum back up. We can't, when we concede a goal, we cannot seem to hold that one goal lead. It seems to go, I don't know what happened, it seems to go haywire.
Yeah, no.
I don't know when he's saying that, I'll listen to what goes out there, that's mine.
No, listen, I agree with you.
It seems we lose, like I said before, we lose the momentum when we go one up. And when we go one goal down, we've got to fight that twice as hard, like he's the man greatest son to. You just go,
Exactly.
we've got to go and fight for it. We seem to relax somewhere along the line.
Yeah, listen, I agree with you, and we're trying to get our head around that. We don't know why that happens sometimes. Sometimes you can't control players' mental, how they think. We give all the instructions, go across that white line, they've got to go and perform. But I agree with you, and I think you're right, and there's something we've got to address, and I think it's important that the squad and the players hear what you're saying. Because we talk about it, we sit there after games, I'm on the phone to everyone, blah blah blah, so I phone up players after games, all over the weekend I'm chatting to players, this and that, you know, and we're trying to get to the bottom of it, and this is why I think this session is very important. The players can hear from the Grays people what they're saying. I want you, as a squad, to listen and take that on board. We can all see that, people are talking about it.
I do the match reports. So if I slag him
I'm
off,
surprised
it's
they've
me.
let you in all day.
I mean, I wouldn't disagree with anything that you've said. But I come back to the Romania game. I've played in the FA Cup, and I know what it means to say to your kids, you may not think so now, but Jamie will do it. You can say to your kids, I played in the FA Cup. See that cup final? I played in that. I couldn't understand why you just didn't turn up. For me, it was just incredible. I was disgusted by the performance. After the 2 games at Whittam, and the game against Canby, we should have won that. It was only their keeper, and we didn't take our chances. And then we turn up against Romania, and it was like watching a Sunday football team. There was no effort, there was no shutting down. Canby, first half, brilliant. Keeper did well. And like Fred said, we went 1-up. And then, I don't know, this sort of mindset changes. There's a sort of collective panic sets in, and we lose all the instruction. We don't shut down, we drop deeper and deeper. When you do that, you just invite teams onto you, and they're going to score. Avery, same thing, I agree with you. Should have been 2 or 3 up first half. We go ahead with Dennis's goal, they score, and we're all saying, supporters around me, that's it, we're gonna lose this. You know. And Saturday, I mean, unfortunately I do think it was a red card. The referee had no option. But having said that, Carlos was fouled prior to that. So it should never happen. So if you're down to 10 men, then you've got to regroup. You've got to play, you've got to be compact, you've got to be defensive and just sit on the break. But we carried on playing like we were 11 men, and that's why we got tops. I felt sorry for Lloyd because he had no choice, apart from the first one.
Dave, that was a longer question than Fred's.
Yeah, sorry. So what I want to know is why, come back to Romania, why is that? What was the reason for that?
I mean, the 11 o'clock kick-off obviously is the same for both teams. So
Cool, boys.
What was the reason?
Anyone?
Well, the thing is, it's like we're in it together. You guys, us guys as well. And I don't know. I might speak for myself or the team. I've been in football for a while. Even before coming to this club, I played against Grays 3 times in the conference, in the Ryman Prem, and in this league. And the one thing I remember about Grays is, even though they were losing at the stadium we're playing, their fans were always cheering them on. And I was like, what? We were talking about in the dressing room, saying they're losing, but their fans are still, because we were told, you score a goal against Grays, their fans are going to go, but it wasn't the case. That's one of the things that attracted me here. It's like when us guys, we've got a young group of people with maybe 3 or 4 experienced heads that have been there, done that, you know, they're learning as well. But I think what we need is, if we do go a goal up, or we do go a goal down, again, we're together, the fans and the players. Maybe it's a bit of that negativity cloud that we've got saying, well, we're going to lose. Maybe it's a little bit of that grace that I remember that cheers us on and gives us that, maybe a little 10% extra to keep on running and working. Because believe it or not, all of us do run around and, you know, we give everything we got. But we're learning, we make mistakes, and that's why we're learning. It's early seasons as well for me. I feel like as if with these boys, I'm not just saying it because they're here or you guys are here. I think we've got like a good team. We've got a good manager who's passionate, who helps out the boys. But we're in it together. You know, it's all well and good me cussing my teammates, but essentially they're going to go out on the pitch. We're going to represent you end of the day. So if you think we're going to lose and you submit that energy onto us, you know, not everyone's strong mentally. Football's played in here. We can have very good footballers, but mentally they're weak and they can't do what, you know, their legs can't move. So sometimes we need that extra push just from you guys. You know, it's early season at the moment. Why not try it? At the moment, what we're doing doesn't seem to be working. I know we'll turn it around because I've been in football for a while. I've been in teams where we've lost the first 6 games and got in playoffs and won it. So I think I speak for the boys that we're a young guy. We just need some of you guys just to give us that extra 10% that we need and get us going. Because by giving us that, we're going to increase our performance as well. Yes, we should do it automatically, but if no one was in the crowd at all, you get a funny playing game. people won't play the same. It's without the fans, it's nothing. It's as simple as that. Without the players, it's nothing. The players will move on, but fans will always be there, regardless of the way. So,
sorry, but you have a team. I know you're all good individuals. You've got a great manager, but then something goes wrong. Don't know what it is, because football can be going all different directions, play different styles, different managers do different things. So I'm not criticising anyone, but I hate it when people keep saying the players are shit and shouting it out. That's what I've got to be up about. I ain't got to be up about losing so much. I can't stand this team. We're here to support the team. Well, I'm really a great supporter like some of the others, but I'll watch my son play. So wherever he plays, I'll give everything to that team. And sometimes that's what I get young. I'll shout, oh, that was terrible, but I'll call and say, oh, shit, what they doing, the man should be doing.
We have adopted you, John.
And sometimes I think, no, sometimes you don't seem to fight for each other sometimes, and your heads go down. You've got to look at every man next year. Sorry, I said like bloody manager. I don't mean to be that. So this is an observation.
Yeah.
Your heads go down, and you don't seem to fight for each other sometimes. And I also think you seem individuals. You can play some good football, but then you seem scared of making mistakes. You panic. And I'm going, Jesus, why are you panicking? You're a bloody good player. And then I'm thinking to myself, looking at you, Jamie, you was a bloody brilliant player. Is what you want these to do, can they carry out what you want them to do? Can they take, because I heard you last year giving out messages and they couldn't carry out what you want. Are your standards, this ain't criticism, are your standards too high? Can they carry out what you want? Because you saying the right things last year, and this year obviously, and they wasn't being carried out. So are lads capable of carrying out? Are they panicky? Are they too? Are they scared of making a mistake, Jamie? Is that an observation, not a criticism?
I think, Jamie, just coming in on that, just to jump in on the point that Stan made and that John made, and I think from what Stan was saying, I think as a football club, one of the things that is difficult for Grays fans is because they had so much success back when Jamie was playing. And obviously the trophy wins and winning conference out and getting in the conference playoffs. I think the problem being once the fans have been up there, it's quite difficult for them when the club has gone down the leagues. Obviously a treble relegation in one go, and then since then being homeless, it has been a little bit of a war of attrition to kind of hang in there as a football club. And I'll take your point in that, that sometimes the fans haven't got behind you as much as possible, but I think it's sort of coming off the back of two really difficult seasons since we've been fan owned. There is, and also the fact that we've not made the progress to get us back into Grays as quickly as we would have liked. I think there is that little bit of kind of siege mentality, and everyone wants it to be really good, but things have been a little bit tough. But I'm sure people will take that point on board. What you said earlier on, and I'm with John on that, and I think we'll get you one of those yellow jackets, John, because you did a great motivational thing.
No, you've all put 100% in, and we get beat. I'll accept that. There's an old saying, there's a saying now about the youth team at Crystal Palace. Hard work beats talent if talent doesn't work hard. That's what it's all about. You have all the talent in the world. If you don't put that together with hard work, you're not going to get anywhere.
exactly.
And I would have no criticism. If you came off that pitch and you've given everything, and we lost.
It's a really good point that Dave made. There's players in this room that shouldn't be in the room of a team that's in the Boston North.
Exactly.
As far as I'm concerned, there's players in here that shouldn't be. They should be either up or down. That's my personal opinion. I don't pick the team. But there's certain players that should be playing 2, 3 levels up. But that's the same with every club, and there's a number of different reasons for that.
This is the main thing, and that for me. I say to my teams, graft. If you put that shirt on, wear it with pride. Sometimes I say to them, it doesn't matter if you shake the ball or give it away sometimes. That's what trades we work on. It's how you react, how you shut people down, how you graft. And I think this is very important. And it's good for them to see and hear how you're feeling, what you're thinking. These players that's been here before, bad attitudes, didn't wear the shirt with pride, they're gone. They want to come back. There's players that have been here and left and want to come back. There's players that have gone and come back. There's a player, I'll say his name, Billy Jones, left because he didn't start, didn't train for a few weeks, missed loads of games, come to one session, didn't start. So he expected to be in the team. If you don't come here and train, you're not grafting, turn up, you ain't going to play. You've got to play. So he's left, he wants to come back. It says a lot about you as the board, everyone here, you as people, the squad, us, what we've created. Players leave and want to come back. That says something. They go to somewhere else, think. So it tells a lot. I am confident in my team. I think we've got a strong squad. I believe in them, and we've got great ability. Like we talk about situations in game. I've sat down and meeting with players. I've been honest with them. If they're not happy, you can talk to me. There's some players that are not going to be happy in teams. You're on the bench, this and that, but that's a part of creating a good atmosphere and a good squad. We've got some great lads here. People think Jack Curtis should be playing. Jack's a great lad, and he will get his opportunity. And I can't wait to give him the opportunity. But this is we've got a good squad. People back each other up, and they all get on. We've got an important session on Saturday. I think this is massively important. I spoke about it before. The Greys before, it's Fergus, me, Johnny Martin. We've done things together. We went out together, we chilled together, we ate together, we had beer together, and that bonding. We've got players here from last season. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Half of them. A lot of players are young, coming to the first team. Fantastic. We've got Clarkey, we've got Jeff, we've got some young players coming to the team, but also some Phil's boys have done fantastic. But I've said they're back with Phil to keep learning the progression. At the stage at the moment we're in, we're concentrating on certain things. And
I still want to go back to the worst day I've had at Grays. I've been a supporter for 60 years now. Sorry about that, guys. I'm an old man.
Since he was 40.
Some people think I saw our first game in 1890, by the way, but I wasn't there. But I have to go back to the Romania game just one more time. I know it hurts everybody. It certainly hurt me. Financially, it certainly hurt us, and I'm sorry, but I come at this from an angle. I'm vice chairman of the football club, but one of the areas that Tony Packer and I try to look after between us is the financial side, and clearly that hurt us, all of us. But I still want to go back to the game, and really, it may be difficult for players to answer a direct question, but I suppose the question that I'm getting to is, was there some sort of complacency in your minds before you took to the pitch on that early Saturday morning? I appreciate it was an early Saturday morning, after 2 good performances. I thought Witham was a very good performance, and I thought Canvey, with better finishing, would have got, we've had 6 points. But was there, this is my mind working, was there a complacency within your minds when you went out there, whereby you seemed to back off and you seemed to be thinking this is going to be easy? It's sort of a question, but I'm sorry to dwell on our worst game in a way. I know Malden was bad, but I think in terms of the season, losing our first game in the FA Cup was really, really bad news.
Everyone's dwelling on that game. There was several, yes. But we did back up. We let them play. They're the worst team to let play because they're a very, very, very good footballing side. Always have been. That's all they do, play football. You get in their faces, they start hoofing it everywhere, and you trash them. Well, that's next week. We've got facts, didn't we, anyway? We backed off. And I can't. And Jamie, I answered one of the questions I wanted to ask. You said you was going to get in their faces.
Yeah.
Normally, you say, let them have it. You set up for let them have it, then we tackle them when they come in our half.
depends what position we're playing. And how the formation.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you change your tactics for that game, which was 100% getting their face. That's right. They can't play. Do you reckon the lads misconstrued it and carried on the instructions from the other games? Because we didn't get them, and they wasn't that good really. It's when you was playing football against them, their back was roofing it everywhere when you did get them.
Yeah, I'll just go back quickly again. Dave Braden coming on the Wednesday night. We had them watched, we had a list of all their players, positions, formation. We spoke about them getting promoted, being a little bit on the high. They're all from basically the same nationality, they're together. Our game plan. They want to throw it out from the back to keep it to rolling. I said to every single one, we made it clear, against FC Romania, passing team. From the back, passing team. Right? Game plan. It was all written down the board. Press high. Front three, midfield, defence, lock in. Get in their faces, get tight, let them know you're in the game. That was the game plan. Across the white line,
always going to be complacency when you take. Have any players got any questions to ask the board or supporters that that are burning issues?
Can I just respond to Stan's comment earlier on about being quiet on the terraces and whatever? It's a double-edged sword because we've had people that left the game on Saturday and said, I'm not coming back to play to watch that rubbish again. And these are long-term supporters whose money we need. Let's be honest here. It is a double-edged sword. People won't pay to watch non-attractive football, especially when even this club that they've been following for a long time. So it's very difficult for us as the board to keep that not pressure, but keep that enthusiasm up to say, come back, it's going to change next week or whatever, because they are our lifeblood at the end of the day. So it's a very, very difficult one.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I'm just
There's no
going
easy
back
solution,
to
Sam,
what someone said, where the fact is, pre-season, it's all about fitness, but we lost a lot of games, conceded a lot of goals. So, but we started off the season really well. Okay, the first time we went a goal behind in the season, all that, like I said, it's a mentality with a young squad. It creeps in that, oh crap, we're a goal down. It takes a lot sometimes to come back from a goal down or 2 goals down. So we're learning how to do that. But what I'm saying is, with a young group of boys, when it goes a goal down, if they feel like as if, right, I'm going to make a mistake because someone's going to, I can hear, because you're literally right near the crowd. Not everyone can block out. I can block out everyone in a football match, but not everyone can. I'm just saying, we're a young crowd. I understand you guys are paying a lot of money to come and watch. I definitely understand that. The boys are giving everything they've got. I'm just saying, for the ones that it only takes 10 to just hear their voices to get us going. That's all it takes.
You've got to get this guy and give us something to shout about as well. So
Yeah.
just believe in yourselves. I've seen you do it. Just believe in yourself and go out there and do it. The next game may be after tonight, or whatever you're going to do Saturday. Maybe you're going to go out there and, with a different attitude and fight for praise.
We still think we've put in a decent team out in terms of some of the players in this room are much sought after by other clubs. So we still think that that when we look at our situation as a homeless club, the easiest thing for Grays Athletic to do is go, right, stash the budget, £500 a week will go down, Essex Senior. We'll hang around in there till we get a new ground. But I'm not one that would turn around and say, we should do what other clubs do, put rubbish on the pitch and still charge a tenner. I think if people are paying a tenner to come and watch Grays Athletic, they need to look at and come out and see some decent footballers. They want to see talented footballers, and they want to see people that can control the football, pass football, score goals, excite them, and so on and so on. And when people come in and see, the game against Canvey, they've seen Mitch put one in from 25 yards top corner. It's worth their money, and I think that's what we are trying to do. Is to, even though we're a homeless club, we haven't got the revenue streams of other clubs. We are still trying to make it attractive for people to come and watch the team. We've got 500 youth players and walking footballers and veteran players, so we've got 500 players within the club. They've all got discount cards and free season tickets, and what we need to do is to put a run together to get them through the game and start getting the community involved from all age groups. That's really where I'm coming from.
And now the next 2 or 3 games are going to be critical for that, to get that support. I won't say back to them and gone, but to keep them on our side, if you like.
Supporters will only come on, sorry.
Yeah, you know, that's what I was about to say anyway, I think, same thing.
Yeah, supporters will only watch a winning team. We know that. That's natural. I remember first year in Conference South, our gates were 350, something like that.
Yeah.
By the end of the season, they were 700-800. Start of the first season in the conference, we smashed Gravesend and Northleigh, Ebbsfleet, as they are now, 6-1. It was 1,500 in the ground. It was 1,500. And also going back, and Joel will bear me out on this, when we won this league, 4 or 5 years ago, we were 20 points or something behind Malton. They thought they were going to run away with that league. We put a run of, how many was it?
18 games,
18
wins,
successive
not unbeaten, wins, 18
And some of those,
3-point games.
I can remember a night at Redbridge, cold, wet night, 0-0.
Last minute.
They kept going, 93rd minute, Junior
Bar.
overhead kick, we won 1-0. Another night, rocks on the way, bloody long journey, cold, miserable night, 0-0, 92nd minute, goal, we won 1-0. They just kept going and going and going. And they put 18 consecutive and we won the league by, I don't know how many
I think they
points.
equalled the
13 points, was it?
They equalled the.
We won it by 13
Yeah.
points.
But it's all about getting
Because
on. I
they
think we've threatened it a couple of times last season, and even the season we got relegated, we ended up sort of winning 3 or 4 games on a spin, and you think you turn it round, but it is how you react to the first loss after a long, decent run of unbeaten or consecutive wins. And I think one of the issues was we finished last season so badly. That's why this feels worse, because we lost the last 5 of last season with various circumstances. I think that's why the fans have gone, oh, we haven't changed since last year, and 3 defeats can erase 2 decent performances. But has anybody else got?
I just think this squad, I personally feel that this squad is strong. I won this league twice, one with Grace, one with Aidley, and I personally feel that we got some literally quality technical players. Some better than the players that I won the league with. But I feel, we do have some young players, and mentally might not be as strong, but on the pitch, if something's going wrong, it's true, we don't need players fans on our backs. But it's a case where we just need to keep going as a team, and like I was saying, when we cross the right line, it's up to us. But we do need that push as well, because we do have the young players. So what I'm trying to say is, what are you saying, Sam?
Yeah, we're a family, innit?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
we lose together, we win together.
Yeah.
We want to win. We go out there, we don't go out there to want to lose. We all go out there and we want to win. And if you're talking about the Romanian game and complacency, sorry to bring it up again, we weren't complacent. No one was out there in that warm-up thinking, because we beat, or because we drew to Cambion, because we beat Whitman. No one was out there being complacent. Everyone wanted to win, and everyone knew that we were going to be in for a game against Romania. We didn't know what to expect. But I can't give you the reason why we went out.
It was just a bad day. Sometimes you just...
And we apologise for that. And when we go out, we want to win. And the next game, obviously we've been training hard since, and the next game we will go out and we will want to beat Brentwood, and we will want to win the next game, and we want to win the next game, and we want to get as high up that table.
Mitch, that's exactly what I wanted to hear from, dare I say, one of the newer players. I know you're an experienced player, but from a newer player who's
fear to lose. If we go down, we just panic, and some of the fair players, they don't want to make a mistake or want to show their ability.
That's what I said.
So
you look scared of making a mistake. Once the first mistake's made, it just goes through the team. They told you enough. You're good. You make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, but just don't make too many. That's all. Learn from it. Just learn from your mistakes.
A lot of the time, when clubs lose or when teams lose, you can't identify the problem, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. We're in a position where we know what the issue is, and we're working on it. But
don't be scared to make a mistake, because otherwise you're scared to make a mistake.
Yeah, when things are going great, then everyone comes out. But
we've got a wicked team.
Yeah,
but
we got a great.
I always say to the players, you can ask them. Sometimes you're going to give the ball away, you're going to shank it. I don't care about that. Happens every level, every league. It's how you react and your attitude. You give it back, I want to see you reacting. I always say to these boys, if you do something, the fans will love it. They don't remember what I say. They're going to stitch me up there. Just give it away. That's my mentality, that's what I think. And I always put it down the ball, graft, give it away, so what, don't worry about it. Everyone does, the top players in the world do. It's the reaction, the attitude, the graft that you want to see. You want to see the attitude, and that's massively important. And I say it every game, say it every session. And the more you do it, the more you work on it, the more we work on the training, the technical thing. The other game, our distribution, against Malden, at times against Averley, he's not good enough. This is why we do a lot of the technical stuff, the control, the passing, the defending, clearing their lines properly. We're shanking them here, we're shanking them now, and that could be a little bit of confidence. Players are always great when their confidence is high.
Back to the club, I get texts, and there'll be no surprises, but I get texts from a couple of people that aren't very happy after their move. But what I'm saying is that we value you. I'm sure you value us, and I think, as I say, it only takes a run of 3 or 4 and a win in the FA Trophy to keep the money man over there happier. you know, that we can turn it all around. And I really appreciate you guys staying behind. I appreciate these people turning up.
I think we're now. This is really good. It's really good because I think the boys now understand that there's people behind them, like willing us to do well, which is good for them to physically see that the people
Just
care.
don't happen at our club.
So yeah, no, it doesn't happen. So I think this will really help us drive us forward as well, knowing that there are people that care and take time to come and obviously have a conversation with us and let us know that we're good players and we're behind you 100%. So I think I believe we'll turn it around just by this meeting.
And Stan, as we
I mean, I might have been moaning, but I believe in all of you, and that's the frustration. You're all good players, all of you. You know, you're all good players. We're not going
What
to
year was it you played in the FA Cup?
1876. Playing at Street.
That was the White Hawks final.
I mean, there's a man there who's playing.
Graham's playing the cup final.
He's playing.
Don't want to bring it up too much.
Martin Luther King.
yes, it was the other day we played in a trophy final and won it.
What trophy was that?
And scored.
Oh, sorry, mate.
Yeah, you were right.
You're good players. Wow.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
Cheers, chaps.
Cheers.